Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 2024 Colorado State Fair Parade. I'm Michael Engel with the Center for New Media at Pueblo Community College. We are so excited to have you join us on this very special broadcast. I also have a very special guest, brand new to Pueblo, Colorado, our new president at Pueblo Community College, Dr. Chado Hazelbaker. Doctor,
hey,
welcome.
Michael. Couldn't be more excited to be here. What a fun day. Beautiful weather. Temperature's down a little bit. It's just great.
Gosh, look at these beautiful skies. You can see a parade coming behind us. Oh, this is just going to be a fantastic day. We're going to be doing our play-by-play of the parade, and we have another special guest coming up. Don't go away. You can see they're coming. We'll be right back. All right, Laura.
Welcome to Pueblo Community Health Center. We've been taking care of Puebloans since 1983, and we can help you. For the past 40 years, we've been the trusted healthcare source for many. In 2023, we served over 24,000 Puebloans. Our patients have access to whole-person healthcare, including primary medical, dental, behavioral health, pregnancy, case management, pharmacy, and lab services. PCHC is for everyone, and we strive to treat each patient with dignity and respect, regardless of your insurance status or ability to pay. For our patients without insurance coverage, we offer an affordable sliding fee scale with low copays for medical, dental, and behavioral health visits, as well as for medications in our pharmacy. Pueblo Community Health Center is convenient with locations throughout Pueblo County, including Avondale, the East Side, Mesa Junction, and South Side. We offer access at several school-based clinics too, including County and Central High Schools, Chavez Huerta Preparatory Academy, and Pueblo Community College. If you need care, call us. There is no waiting list to become a patient at PCHC, and we serve all, regardless of ability to pay. Call today to register 719-543-8711 or learn more online at pueblochc.org. Pueblo Community Health Center. Your health, our mission.
2024 Colorado State Fair Parade. We couldn't do what we do without the generous support of some of our community friends. Please let me introduce you to Laura Kelly, Chief Development Officer at Pueblo Community Health Center. Laura, thank you so much.
I'm so excited to be here.
This is great. You guys do such a phenomenal job of serving the Pueblo community, and this is just one more example of what you guys do.
Thank you. Thank you. We're so excited to be here, and it's going to be a great day for a parade, so looking forward to it.
Look, and I know our camera guys, they're coming. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back and we'll start the parade.
Welcome to Pueblo Community Health Center. We've been taking care of Puebloans since 1983, and we can help you. For the past 40 years, we've been the trusted healthcare source for many. In 2023, we served over 24,000 Puebloans. Our patients have access to whole-person healthcare, including primary medical, dental, behavioral health, pregnancy, case management, pharmacy, and lab services. PCHC is for everyone, and we strive to treat each patient with dignity and respect, regardless of your insurance status or ability to pay. For our patients without insurance coverage, we offer an affordable sliding fee scale with low copays for medical, dental, and behavioral health visits, as well as for medications in our pharmacy. Pueblo Community Health Center is convenient with locations throughout Pueblo County, including Avondale, the East Side, Mesa Junction, and South Side. We offer access at several school-based clinics too, including County and Central High Schools, Chavez Huerta Preparatory Academy, and Pueblo Community College. If you need care, call us. There is no waiting list to become a patient at PCHC, and we serve all, regardless of ability to pay. Call today to register 719-543-8711 or learn more online at pueblochc.org. Pueblo Community Health Center. Your health, our mission.
And welcome back to the 2024 Colorado State Parade. We are doing so much beautiful, colorful Colorado. We saw the Pueblo County Sheriff's Honor Guard. And here is our theme. Look at that. Here's our broadcast team. Say hi to everybody. Guys, Laura, Chano. Wonderful. Thank you for joining us today for this 2024 Colorado State Fair Parade. Chano, you know this lady, don't you?
I am a big fan of Patty Urjavic. Couldn't have done a nicer job of handing over Pueblo Community College to me, but her impact on the community is much longer than that. And I don't know about everybody in town, but I am really excited to see actually what she's going to do in the next 15 years, because I don't see her doing nothing in retirement. She's going to continue to contribute and be great for this community.
Oh, absolutely. A proud Pueblo native.
Yep.
Been around for quite a while.
Hi,
and
Dr. Urjavic.
Really
Awesome.
contributed so much and really left the college in just great shape.
Yes. Very worthy Grand Marshal.
Absolutely, absolutely. Speaking of that, here is a longtime educator in the Pueblo community, Ed Smith, former superintendent at District 70. Gosh, he was there for 40 years, I think.
Yeah, a long time.
Ed Smith, congratulations to him for all of his years of academic service to the many thousands. Can you imagine the thousands of students that he
that
assisted
he's
over his time?
impacted, absolutely.
So-
And we should probably give a shout out to the banner carriers who look to be the CSU Pueblo baseball
Oh,
team.
thank you, Laura.
Yeah, I've noticed them walking by in their jerseys, and we ought to give them some props for their hard work, right?
Laura, while we're waiting, I want to introduce, if we can, another member of our broadcast team. This is our lady in the street, Erin Hergert Tafoya. Hi, Erin.
Hey, how's it going? It's an exciting day out here. The parade's coming. It's beautiful. There's no rain. There's no wind. It's the Colorado State Fair Parade. Back to you.
All right, Erin. We're gonna be going back and forth to Erin on occasion
Awesome.
and checking on her. And I love seeing kids out here.
It's so much fun, and these bands are incredible. This is the Army and Air Force band, and I get choked up.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, the bands make me so choked up. Let's take a listen.
Yeah. Wow, what a great tradition, and obviously for the city of Pueblo, the home of heroes. Here's the
We've got the Greater Pueblo Chamber of Commerce Board. Dwayne Nava here on our side, closest to us. He was out at the
Hi,
Legislative
Dwayne.
Barbecue last night. That
Yep.
guy's all over town.
Working hard. Okay, coming up next, we've got City of Pueblo, including Mayor Heather Graham, Pueblo City Council, and Pueblo Municipal Court. And they've done, a beautiful float. Welcome to colorful Colorado. Great job. There's our council members up there waving. They've got San Luis potatoes on the float.
oh, that's great.
That is a great float. They did a tremendous job with that. Great job, City of Pueblo and City Council members and Mayor Heather Graham.
This is just great to see the city out here represented. Laura, Pueblo Community Health Center, who is sponsoring our parade today, you guys do a phenomenal job of serving so many of our Pueblo citizens. How many, just give us an idea, our listeners or viewers, of the number that you serve in a given year.
Well, in 2023, we served over 24,000 patients. Those are unique patients in Pueblo. So that's a pretty significant percentage of our population. And we're happy to do it. We're proud to do it. And we've been doing it since 1983. So
That's great. And you provide it without, it isn't based upon income, right?
No. Not based upon ability to pay. So whether you're a Medicaid patient, you have commercial insurance, you have no insurance, we're going to see you, we're going to take care of you. And it's something that we are really proud to be able to do for the community, for sure.
Dr. Hazel Baker, I know you prefer your first name, Chado,
Sure,
but You're the president of Pueblo
Call
Community
him
College.
Dr. Chatto.
Yeah, there
Dr.
you go.
Chatto.
Dr. Chatto.
Yeah.
I feel that's a little more respectful.
What's your first impressions of Pueblo? You've been here a couple of months now.
Right. Pueblo is just amazing. From the time that we actually visited the city, walked on the Riverwalk, saw historic buildings, saw the great campus, we were sold on Pueblo. And so it has just been a really, really fun welcome to the community.
I got to ask you, have you had a slopper yet?
Oh, yeah. We went to Gray's right away, right? You got to get that
yeah.
done. So a little shout out to my first slopper was at Gray's, but I'll work my way through the others.
All right. Hey, Laura, you have an interesting connection
I
to
do.
CSUP, so I'll let you take this one.
All
What do
right.
we got here?
Well, we've got CSUP Pueblo, who's proud to participate and represent Southern Colorado in the 2024 State Fair Parade. Representing CSU Pueblo are faculty, staff, students, cheer and dance, and the marching band, along with CSU Pueblo Athletics and CSU Pueblo Ballet Folkloreo. Go back!
Go Pack!
Ow! You gotta
There
do
we
that.
go.
Ow! Also have to say I'm a proud alum, as is my husband and my children and many other family members and
It's in your blood, isn't
friends. It's in our blood, for sure it
it?
is.
You're part of the Wolf Pack.
We're part of the Wolf Pack.
Now, Chato and I are part of the Panther Pack.
Yep.
All right,
You know,
that's
at Pueblo
a nice
Community
pack
College,
to be
it's a
part of too.
A lot of packs in
There's
Pueblo.
a lot of packs in Pueblo.
You know, and what I love is the way the packs come together. So I spent a couple hours with President Valdez up at CSU Pueblo on Thursday. What a great campus,
Oh,
great
wow.
facilities, and what a great guy. I mean, President
Yes.
Valdez is just going to be a great partner for us.
Yes.
In fact, there's his wife, Angelica, in the.
So nice to have the pack here representing in
They
large
really
numbers.
are representing
Oh my
today.
gosh, now who is this?
Oh,
Look at that.
Yeah.
there's our wolf. Tundra's,
Tundra.
well, no, this isn't Tundra. This is Rock.
Oh,
this
Rock.
This is Tundra's.
Oh, look at the basketball players.
Oh, wow, look, there's basketball. Woo. Those are
Oh,
some
look at the
tall
little
boys.
ones, too.
All right, this one's not playing basketball. Scooter. I bet we've got some female basketball players, maybe some volleyball players mixed in here. Love to see some softball. Maybe there's lacrosse represented here. We have a lot of athletic teams that are active.
Oh, and there's
Go
President
Pack,
Valdez.
yes!
There's
There we
President
go.
Valdez.
Oh, he's bringing us fans. We love it. Thank you.
That is so awesome.
Hey,
Oh,
bud.
here's the
that
Ballet Florico.
Yep.
This is the
CSUP.
Pueblo Ballet Folklorico. Are they going to perform for us? No,
I think they're just representing here.
just representing. Awesome. Here's one of our.
And they really got a nice crowd out from CSU Pueblo.
They
That's a lot
really
of folks.
did. That's awesome.
Oh, and it keeps going.
Are they still coming?
Oh, yeah. CSU
Oh,
Pueblo is
that's
still
awesome.
coming
Oh,
along.
there's more here. Laura, of course,
Gotta
Todd
love it.
Kelly
Yeah.
from the foundation does a great job of promoting that school
Thank you.
and all the great opportunities. And that's what I think is really great about Pueblo.
Yes.
We are a family here because of our connections.
Absolutely.
And here comes the Pueblo Fire Department. Just up on your screens. Pueblo City Fire Historical Society, and they're collecting today for the MOA. Out with the boots.
Ah, there we go.
Very
That's
nice.
awesome.
Love that they do that. They've done that for so very long.
And I love that we're all, see, the home of the heroes.
Yes. It's fun to see these big trucks up close, too.
Yes.
You know, you don't realize how massive they are. I bet the kids really like that.
Oh, yes.
It's so much fun.
You know, we were talking off camera how our childhood was so different
So different.
that these were some of the most exciting parts of a fall
Oh,
parades.
absolutely.
Oh, and yeah, they do such a nice job. Really, I mean, and this is one of the things that's so special about Pueblo is the community comes out to these type of events. There's still a lot of opportunities. The fall calendar just really looks fun here.
Yeah.
Well, and what a lot of folks don't know is a lot of PCC grads are right here in these
Absolutely.
vehicles. Our firefighting program, our wildland firefighting program, our EMT programs, just a phenomenal thing.
And they are all full this fall. Those are just career choices for people right now that are really great.
It makes you wonder what state our emergency response team would be in if we didn't have programs like PCC is offering
Absolutely.
to train people and get them ready to serve the community.
Yeah,
So
appreciate that.
Here's
so
our
excited that
Pueblo
they do that.
County government, the Pueblo
Okay.
County Commissioner, as well as other elected officials and some of the staff.
All right, see a commissioner walking.
Yeah.
Okay, well we have coming up. Oh no, we're still on the county commissioners. Didn't see that they
Yeah.
kept going. Look at that.
Oh, I like this. Welcome to colorful Colorado,
Colorado.
for sure.
Yep.
And to be colorful, all you got to do is fly the flag in Colorado.
Yeah.
It's such
Yes,
a great
it's
It is.
true.
And they're getting a full workout from the baseball team today.
Oh yes,
yeah.
they are. They should not have to do anything
Yeah.
else as far as conditioning today, because it's hot. Oh,
Here is, go ahead,
oh,
Laura.
okay. Yep, this is the Colorado State Fair Foundation, and the State Fair Foundation's mission is to enhance youth programming, education, and experiences at the Colorado State Fair. There's my friend Renee Brown riding horseback. She looks like a queen.
She does
She
indeed.
does.
Oh my gosh. Another great part of it.
Love the horses.
Now, who is this
Love
here, Laura?
The horses. This is Colorado State Fair General Manager and Commissioners. No, this is more of the foundation.
Yeah. Oh, I love to see some of the 4-H girls on there.
Yes?
Such an important part of this.
Okay.
Oh gosh, it wouldn't be a parade without our law enforcement being represented. The Pueblo County Sheriff's Office. Oh, look at those beautiful vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah, an amazing equipment for the
Yes.
sheriff's office.
For sure. Oh, look at the kids
The
in
little
that
ones
one.
in
They
there,
love
yeah.
it.
Now they'll remember that ride for a
Oh.
while.
Yes, they will.
A long time. That's very cool. Really appreciate the work that the Sheriff's Department does, too, when you consider the territory for which they're responsible. It's really pretty massive, and they do a great job.
Love the horses.
I love the horses, too.
They're just such an essential part of a state fair parade.
Absolutely. So much fun to see them. Don't know that I could keep a horse on track on a pedestrian line street.
Yeah,
Don't know that you'd want me to do that, but
with sirens and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's the sheriff out front there.
Oh, nice. Hi, Sheriff Lucero.
Nice to have them
Very
here
nice.
representing some of his team there with him. That's phenomenal.
We have a sleeper there on the sheriff's float there. She's not
Yeah.
impressed, I don't think. But she's here for the ride. Ah, this is cool. Sheriff Lucero bringing him badges.
Oh, that is
Very
great.
nice. Well, they've got quite a showing. The sheriff's department
do.
does.
Dr. Hazelbaker, how is enrollment looking for fall 2024?
You know, we're going to be in our sweet spot. We're going to be up in enrollment 2 to 3% again. Strong growth, really in those concurrent high school programs. Those students that are getting college credit at the same time they're going to high school.
Oh.
Which great partnerships through all the schools throughout the region.
Just such an incredible program, that concurrent enrollment.
Yeah, students really get a lot out of it.
Parents get a lot out of that.
Yes.
It's a great deal for parents, for sure.
Laura, did one of your children participate in the duel?
They did not, but
Okay.
I think it is one of the best kept secrets around.
Oh,
I
gosh.
hope more people take advantage of it because I know a lot of people whose children have really benefited.
I certainly, my daughter benefited from it. I know, Chado, you
Yeah,
really are
absolutely.
promoting that program. Oh, look at these dogs. You got to love
The
dogs.
search and rescue team.
Gosh, Pueblo County Sheriff's Office
I
has
know, showing
brought
up today.
everything out.
Yeah, showing up, showing out.
Showing up, showing out. I
Yeah.
like that. Hey, want to give a shout out to our Center for New Media crew. These folks came out here early this morning, set up everything. Really special thanks to Lee Truan, who is
Yes, he
Our-
does a great job.
director, our producer extraordinaire, who puts all of this broadcast together. So thanks to Lee and this fantastic crew.
You got to be pretty calm and cool to do this kind of work. I gotta say.
Absolutely.
I would be a little flustered with all the moving parts, but yeah.
And Center for New Media will be helping District 60. Bell game, Cannon game. Oh,
Nice.
here's the
Oh.
Pueblo Lions Club.
These are our pooper scoopers.
Oh,
they're
look at them.
Pooper scoopers. Couldn't do
very
without
happy
the
out there.
pooper scoopers. Thank
Oh,
you.
my gosh,
Thank
guys.
you.
Look at these little ones on the bikes.
Oh, they're so cute.
They
Oh,
are-
those are cool little vehicles with the 4 wheels and the pedals. Nice.
And Mom should get a little bonus there for pushing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. A little extra work there.
You know, it would not be a state fair without the Fiesta Day. And here's the State Fair Fiesta Committee. And the first Fiesta Queen, first attendant, second attendant, third attendant, and Miss Congeniality.
Very nice.
Second attendant, Aaliyah Cruz. Third attendant,
Oh my
Dulce
gosh.
Venezuela.
Look at these beautiful ladies.
Beautiful girls.
Aloysia Solis.
Gosh, look at these beautiful ladies here. Want to get a little bit more?
And I'm a little enamored with the beautiful cars. They do a
Oh,
nice job
yes.
of recruiting for that as well.
Beautiful cars.
Oh, this is such a great way to represent our community. These lovely ladies, and they go through a rigorous process. Now, Chado and I wouldn't know anything about a beauty contest, and I'm not saying that's
Oh,
what.
come on. Quit
but
being so
now
modest.
Laura, you
Quit
know.
being so modest. I think you guys could give them a
Oh.
run.
Hey, let's go check our friend on the street, Aaron. What's going on, Aaron?
Hey, Michael. Well, I was out and about, and actually, Dr. Hazel Baker found this beautiful woman who actually works right here on this street, and she's a cosmetologist, and she is now going to Pueblo Community College. She's a Panther and doing our business program. It's Destiny, right?
Ma'am.
Tell us about what you're doing.
Well, right here I work at Amenity Barber. I just got my license recently from cosmetology, and my plan is to open my own salon sometime soon. So I went to PCC to start learning about business management and then furthering on to business ownership.
That's awesome. That is great. Like adding on to her skill set, getting a business degree. That's amazing. That's awesome. So how did you learn about PCC?
My stepmother actually went there, and my mother-in-law told me I should just jump right in and try it if I'm gonna want to open my own business someday.
Well, I think you're pretty awesome, and you're doing a great job. And thank you so much for coming out and telling us your story.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your efforts, and we wish you all the luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Back to you guys.
Oh, gosh, Chado, you got to love that.
Oh, I
The
love
president.
those stories. Yeah, I had a chance to meet Destiny a little bit earlier across the street at Amenity, and to hear that she's taken that first degree and she's taken the next step, that's really kind of what we do, and it's what it's about. It's really fun.
Yes.
That's just, and I'm not just saying this, that just warms my heart to see what you guys do
Right.
at the college level. And here it is, not just something in print, but there's someone who's putting it into action. So,
Oh, and Michael, and you're part of that, right? You got a little history as a faculty member at PCC, Faculty Member of the Year. So, hey, we appreciate the work that you did in getting us this far.
thank you very, very much.
We've got our host band here, guys. Mesa Ridge High School. The pride of Mesa Ridge. It's a 7-time parade winner and the 2022 host band. The pride's been a consistent CBA state marching and finalist for the past 19 years. They're a powerhouse, it sounds
Wow.
like to me. The staff and students would like to thank the district, the school, and parents for their continued support in these activities. So way to go, Mesa Ridge High School.
Am I right? I think Mesa Ridge is in Colorado
That
Springs.
is correct, yes.
Okay.
So they were probably up and at 'em early this
Yeah.
morning.
Oh, yeah.
So we got to
Oh,
give a
yeah.
special shout out to those parents that I'm sure
Yes.
walking around
Yeah.
with the water bottles and
Oh,
making
yeah.
sure that they have the support they need. But what a nice looking band.
Yes.
Band parents. Phenomenal.
They're the most dedicated.
They are
aren't they?
dedicated.
You always think that when you see them
Yeah.
walking the sidelines on a hot
Yep.
parade with the water bottles
That's
and the
right.
wagons, and see if they'll play for us.
Oh, I'd love that. Boy, walking in those uniforms, that's a long route. That's a workout in itself, isn't it?
Can't even imagine carrying some of those massive instruments.
Oh, gosh.
All right, we've got PepsiCo coming up here. Got some friends that work for PepsiCo up in Denver, and always so generous to the people in Pueblo and our special events and our fundraisers. So we really, really appreciate. I'll give a shout out to Sean Early,
Okay.
who's a Pueblo guy and really just always.
Sean started out delivering
He did.
Pepsi, right?
He did. He did. He started out in Pueblo, so I'm always so grateful for our Pueblo support from PepsiCo.
That's great. Oh, there's some more of what they've got going on here.
Oh wow, they've got a
PepsiCo.
whole. Well, we
Yeah,
didn't see they
thirst
were
for
bringing
more.
up. Oh, I think they're giving out soft drinks. How
Well,
about
they
that?
should be.
Oh, and water bottles.
Oh,
Smart.
yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
And here we've got the Pueblo Central High School. Pueblo Central High School, home of the Whitey Wildcat that we saw just a second ago. Cheerleaders that leading the way out front here for Central.
Oh yeah, Pepsi delivers. Thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you.
sir.
Great. And there's the Wildcat.
There's
That
the
is
Wildcat.
a-
Wildcats. Hi, Wildcats. We got a big rivalry coming up here, folks. We've got the Bell game. I think it's in. I don't know the actual date.
I don't know.
Probably should
Lee,
mention it,
Lee,
but
Lee, our producer, might know the date for the Bell game.
Central Centennial Bell game. Boy, Central's really had a revival the last several years. Their student population, the programs, they really are on fire right now.
Absolutely.
So that's exciting to see that for
Shadow, this will be a new experience for you, the famous Bell game.
Yep.
When you want to see 30, 40,000 Puebloans together.
yeah, it's crazy.
I think it might have been my first trip to town. Somebody mentioned those two football games, the Cannon
Yes.
game and the Bell
Yeah,
game.
the
Yes.
Cannon
That's a
game and the
big
Bell
deal
game.
in
That's
town.
right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to see all four of those schools here.
High school is no joke in Pueblo.
That's right.
No joke. No joke.
Oh, and you got the whole Central showing out. Little.
Oh yeah. Just hoping that the Shocks can hold
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
with
Yeah. And a little Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a little throwback there.
Yeah, that's right, Shadow.
Yeah, they've got terrific participation.
Yeah, there we go. Those guys are into it. There
Love
we go.
it. Love it.
If there's anyone out there watching and saying to themselves, oh, kids today, look at these kids are doing phenomenal things in our
Right,
community.
absolutely.
Love it.
Wonderful to see our youth out here.
Boy, Central's really showing out today,
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
They really did. We've got Lean Life, medical weight loss solutions, coming up right behind Central High School. They've got a nice little banner, and
Yeah, they're over on Pepper Lane, I think.
nice.
So glad to have them join us. And Stunts Academy,
Oh, yeah.
celebrating 20 years of service to Pueblo's youth in cheer and tumbling.
Yeah, that's Bonnie Tybee. Boy, she's been in this community and done so much.
Bonnie
with the
Tybee,
youth.
that's
Bonnie
right.
Tybee, yes.
Another connection to CSUP
Yeah.
at one
Oh,
time, right?
yeah. Well, and she's still involved with the cheer and dance teams
Oh, she
up
is?
there. Yeah,
Okay.
oh yeah. She's really.
Maybe we'll see Bonnie out
And they've
here on
got a
this
number
float.
of folks on the float here.
Gosh,
yeah,
I
they
guess.
do.
I don't know if I see Bonnie, but
I
I'm
don't
sure she's
know
there
if I see her.
somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure she is.
Yeah. Long-time person here at Pueblo who's done so many for our youth. Oh, gosh, let's see if we can catch this on camera.
Oh my goodness.
There
Oh, there we go.
Right. It's always a little scary when they start throwing each other around on the streets.
Yeah, I'm
Such
thankful
talented.
that my two girls didn't choose that. As,
Yes.
it's a little hard on Dad's heart.
Yes, I agree.
You saw our parade marshal and our grand marshal. Both
Hi,
in
Spradley, Auto Network.
Yeah, Spradley's been a long time Pueblo asset and has done a lot for this community.
Showing off some of the different
Yeah.
lines available there. I bet this is an electronic vehicle. Electric. I didn't mean to say electronic.
Oh, I'm sure it is
electric. I'm sure it is electronic, but let's
hope
call it
they make-
electric.
Let's hope they make a YouTube of that.
Yes, yes.
I think this. I was unable to convince them that this yellow Corvette should be the official presidential car.
Oh, is that-
PCC? I wasn't able to work that into the
You
contract.
couldn't
but
make
maybe-
that
yeah.
happen.
Oh, you should
I
have
would
worked
have
harder.
supported. I would have been like, he really needs this to connect
Right.
with the community.
Coming up, we have the Sarah Shaw Dance Studio, and they are third place winners of our youth groups. And by the way, they are sponsored by Kiwanis Club. of
Kiwanis
Pueblo.
is giving cash prizes to these youth groups, the top 3, I think, youth
Okay.
groups during the parade.
So Sarah Shaw is getting a cash prize.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I think that's pretty incredible.
Those of you who grew up in Pueblo, of course, remember fondly Sarah Shaw.
Oh,
Matter of
yeah.
fact, there's a statue of her outside here at Memorial Hall.
Yes.
Great.
Did you know, I got to tell you, Michael, my husband was a Sarah Shaw dancer.
Is that right?
Yes, he was. Actually, he wasn't a real dancer. He just got pulled into the dances because he was best friends with Sarah Shaw's son.
Oh,
And when they need boys to walk around with clubs,
Yeah.
you know, and things like that, Todd was a Sarah Shaw dancer. I love to tell him that. It drives him crazy. But it's true. It's true. He was. Why deny it?
my daughter was a Sarah Shaw dancer, loved it.
Yes. They've
Great
got a nice
development.
float going on
They
here,
do.
too.
And all kinds of ages. I mean,
Oh,
that's so
yeah.
fun to see.
I think when they start, they really stay with it. I think most of these kids, when they start at 3 years old or whatever, are still doing it when they're, you know, in high school. Yeah. Established in 1963, Sarah Shaw's Dance
Wow.
Studios, and this is her motto: is
Oh,
friends forever.
Absolutely.
Gotta love
My daughter is
that.
still best friends with all of her
Love it.
girls.
Love it.
Vision Now. Vision Now offers top-of-the-line customer service. Glad to have them join us today.
Absolutely.
And they're smart too. They're handing out the water. There
Yes.
you go. Everybody's needing a little of that.
Yeah.
The sun's come up just
Yeah.
a little.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Chato, you are in the sun,
Hey,
but we're going to have
we're
one of
good.
our
We're-
crew get
yeah.
you shaded up here pretty quick.
We're in good shape. Aaron, I think, is ready to fill us in.
Hey, Aaron, what are you doing over there?
Well, I happened upon Nikki Hart. Now, everybody in this community knows who Laura Kelly is, and right next to that is Nikki Hart. So Nikki is Miss Pueblo. She's everything Pueblo. She promotes Pueblo, and I know Nikki has a new website that we want to talk about Pueblo.
I do. All right, everyone at home, get out a pen and paper. You're going to want to write this website down. If you've ever wanted to know when the State Fair Parade is or when your next holiday event is, sharepuebloevents.com is the new site for you that's going to have every event happening in our region, Pueblo primarily, and our county. But you'll see some Canyon City and neighboring towns too. But sharepuebloevents.com is for you. You will always know now what's coming up next and how to plan ahead.
Isn't that awesome? That's awesome. Thank you, Nikki, for all you do for Pueblo.
Yes, thank you. And everyone, thank you for coming out to support, and go support an event. sharepuebloevents.com. See you soon.
All right.
Hey, Aaron, give us that website again.
Website again.
sharepuebloevents.com.
sharepuebloevents.com. I got it.
All right.
I got it. You got it, Michael?
Pretty simple.
Nikki, yes.
Pretty simple.
Tell Nikki thank you. We know she is truly part of the Home of the Heroes.
All right.
Will do.
This is Pueblo Sun City Marching Band. They're playing for us. The Sun City Middle School Marching Band is open to all middle school band students in Pueblo. They travel throughout Colorado representing Pueblo in parades and performances. The band has been directed for 31 years by Mark Emery. That's pretty impressive. That's commitment for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mark Emery is pretty much synonymous with music in Pueblo. We'll give him a little listen here. Laura, I was wondering about the Pueblo Community Health Center. How many facilities do you guys operate in Pueblo County?
Well, we're really all over, and it depends when you say how many facilities. Clinics, we have 11 locations, but then we have other non-clinical locations throughout Pueblo. So East Side, Mesa Junction, South Side, Avondale. We're really all over the place. So excited to be able to serve Puebloans where they are.
I like that.
Yes, for sure. There's our Pueblo County Republican Party. They've got a very sizable float.
Yes.
So, thank you, Pueblo County Republican Party.
And
Love
one of the
this-
things that
oh,
was
go
great
ahead.
about Pueblo is last night at the legislative barbecue, really saw both parties represented, a lot of candidates out, really good conversations. So it's nice to have the Republican Party here.
Absolutely. Great to see democracy in action.
Absolutely.
That's really what it comes down to. So
They've even got some canine representation
Oh, yeah.
here today. Oh, it's thirsty.
just down the road, Chado, is Florence, Colorado. And here is the Florence Howling Husky Pride. It's their marching band. They're under the direction of Justin Nelson. In 2023, they were the Colorado Bandmasters Association Class 1A state champions.
Florence is just a great community. We had an opportunity to go out there and spend some time, had some time to meet the new superintendent out there. Really a fun community, and it's fun to see these small schools well represented.
Absolutely.
Again, I want to thank our Center for New Media broadcast crew, Lee Truan, who is our producer, director extraordinaire, just doing a phenomenal job with his Center for New Media at Pueblo Community College. And I wish the crowd could see all of the folks.
Yeah.
These are our students.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's Goodwill of Colorado representing. Oh, they've got some interesting folks in
I think those would be
costume.
characters from the Boba Fett series.
Ooh.
Okay, we did. Now
Talk about hot. They
Yeah.
gotta be hot.
Oh my gosh.
Well, well done. I mean, really, yeah, nice work on those.
You know, when I see things like that bubble machine there, that gun, my 12-year-old boy comes out. I just want one of those so bad. And I would probably irritate my wife with it.
I love it. All right, it looks like we've got Sangre Dental here.
Yeah. Glad to have them with us today.
Coming through with some walkers.
Oh, and offering some candy to the little kids. They're going to love that.
All right, and
Well,
coming
yeah,
up is
that's
the
how you keep yourself
Yeah.
busy as a dental clinic, right?
coming up is the Centennial High School Mighty Bulldog Drumline. Fun to see the drumline.
Right.
The Mighty Bulldog Drumline would like to thank their school, administration, families, and community for their continued support.
I gotta admit, I'm a bulldog.
Oh, my
Nice.
daughter was a
Jump
bulldog.
up. I
Yeah.
want to jump up, but I won't.
Now, this is just the Bulldog drum line.
Okay.
We have, I'm sure the Bulldogs will be out in full force
Yes.
on a float.
Oh, I hope so. Get them broken up like that. Okay, this is American Medical Response, AMR. There's our ambulance provider for the city. They're proud community partners and have been serving Pueblo for over 30 years. We have a lot of those long-term organizations in this parade this year.
Coming right up, right after them, we have the third place in the Civic and Community category. That's going to be the Pueblo German American Club. 13 feet tall, the beer stein that you see on your screens there was built with solid German engineering. In fact, 5 of the 6 men who built the beer stein are German immigrants who were in their 70s and 80s when it was first constructed. Pueblo has a rich German heritage dating back to the 1800s. And the club was chartered in 1971.
Gosh, they have it's the Oktoberfest that's coming up.
Yes.
Are you a beer drinker, Dr. Hazelbaker?
I am a beer drinker. In
Okay.
fact, I'm particularly looking forward to the Walters float coming
Ah,
up because I'm
absolutely.
not a first-time caller, long-time listener on that one.
Unfortunately, I'm not sure they're going to give samples out. But
Yeah, darn.
we do appreciate the Pueblo German Club, German American Club coming out.
Oktoberfest at the Union Depot, October 5th.
There you go.
Can't forget that. Got to make sure you're out there. They've got great representation out here today. Love the costumes. They're so cute.
Well, now I need to go to the state fair and get me a bratwurst
Yeah,
Right.
there
It's
you go.
making you think.
and a beer.
That's making you think what
Yeah.
you've forgotten.
Pueblo County Cheer and Dance is coming up here. So the Pueblo County Cheer and Dance teams are game day and competition teams. These athletes, they are athletes, represent the school community in many ways. They are both at the state and national level.
Wow, look at their turnout.
Yeah,
You've
the
got
Mighty
a
Hornets.
lot of students on that float. That's exciting to see. Got some football
There we
players
go.
out
Yeah.
here. All right.
Colorful Colorado. Look at those sunglasses.
Love it. Love the colorfulness of the float. That's great.
And a little Colorado flavor jazzed up in the music there.
Yeah,
Country
that's
Home,
right.
Take Me Home.
Little John Denver.
These
Nice.
are trained professionals. You
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah.
They look at
Absolutely.
the cameras, they smile, they have so much poise. They're really, really impressive teenagers.
Absolutely.
Really so poised. It's crazy.
And representing this community very well.
Yes. Kayla Bove for DA. She's walking the crowd here and meeting people. Glad she's out today.
Absolutely.
And her supporters. She's got a neat little old car here.
Wow.
That's a cool looking hot rod, isn't it?
And a little pony.
And a little pony. This is very entertaining.
It really is.
Absolutely. Love the little pony. It even has a little bow on
And
its
now
tail.
we got another animal. We got a little
my
doggy.
goodness. Now we have, love it. Experience, leadership, commitment.
Boy, she's brought out animals. We got another classic car here.
Love it.
Which is another fun part of Pueblo culture. You know, the cars that you can see just driving around Pueblo, the
Oh, yeah.
classics are really fun.
Love it.
Oh, I love to see the little kids in the cars. They're having a great time.
Okay, here's one I could get
You
used
can
to
get
driving. I could
will
drive that.
I'll tell Todd Kelly that maybe
Yes.
Mother's Day or
Yeah.
you know your
a little
birthday's
red,
probably
a
coming.
little red two-seater.
Yeah, there you go.
I love it.
Kayla's well represented
Oh.
today.
And they're excited about the Cybertruck, the Tesla Cybertruck.
Wow. Channing Cybertruck.
Yeah.
In the Cybertruck. These are so strange looking.
They are.
Aren't
They're
they
very
just
unusual.
so
That is
strange?
for sure.
Oh my gosh, hi Jenny Smith. Good. She's getting your exercise. Okay.
All right, coming up, looks like we're going to have the Pueblo South Marching Band. And now that we talked about the fact that the high school culture in Pueblo is so important. You talked about the connection with Centennial.
Yes.
I had a proud father the other day waiting at my car when I got out in the morning because his son plays football at Central and wanted to give me a hat. I mean, people
I
are just
love
really,
it.
really,
I love that.
connected with their high schools.
Yeah, it's true. It's not when you go to school, where did you go to school in Pueblo? It's not where'd you go to college. It's where'd you go to high school.
There you go.
That's all we care about. Here's Pueblo South Marching Band. And they're black and white.
Pride of the South Side.
Yes.
Rob Smith, the director of South High School Marching Band, doing a great job with that group.
He's been with that band for a long,
Long time.
as well, hasn't he?
Another winner from our Kiwanis Club, first place in youth for the Haven School of Dance coming up down the road here.
So remember that the Kiwanis are giving this winning youth group a cash prize.
Cash prize.
That's pretty amazing. Have to give a shout out to those Kiwanians.
Is that how you say that, Kiwanians?
Kiwanians.
Okay.
Yes. I have a good friend that's a Kiwanian, Cora Zalatel.
Okay.
Kiwanian. They're very generous in this community, and so we appreciate all they do.
The Haven School of Dance presents the beauty of Colorado in our flowers. There is colorful Colorado.
Oh,
They're
wow.
represented by the beauty of their students. They invite everyone to join the Haven family.
So you can see how they win that
Absolutely.
first prize. Wow. Beautiful
Well
job.
deserved.
Well deserved for sure.
Thank you for our Kiwanians. Kiwanians?
Kiwanians.
Kiwanians for
Kiwanians, yes.
supporting the Pueblo community. And cash prizes help. I hope we
Yes.
do something for these young people out here. Oh,
Do
they're so
another
excited.
fantastic float next year. They'll have the winning
Absolutely.
float again next year.
So you had to get schooled a little on Kiwanian. So I had to get schooled the other day by Chancellor Joe Garcia at the state about how you say Colorado.
Oh.
It's very,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very important apparently.
Hey,
as a new guy.
Puebloans. We get a
Puebloan,
lot of
absolutely,
strange
yeah.
pronunciations for Pueblo. It's not Pueblo or anything like that. Okay, what do we have coming up now?
Enlightenment. Everyone knows that tricycles are 50% better than bicycles. 4 out of 5 mamas agree. Enlightenment can build your tricycle.
Nice. All right, we've got Roosevelt High School Rough Rider Marching Band. The Roosevelt High School Rough Rider Marching Band is proud to once again be a part of the Colorado State Fair Parade under the direction of Mr. John Boulderson. The band always looks forward to this event early in the school year. Go Rough Riders! Thanks for being here. Love those costumes.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
Awesome.
And we're followed up here by the Pueblo Downtown Association pulling the train along.
Oh, love that.
This is great.
Love it.
Oh, this is
As a
great.
kid, you just really have to enjoy
Yeah.
this an awful lot. That's really neat. Look at the kids are all just so.
And I'm a little hungry for those animal crackers. That's what that reminds me of.
Absolutely.
All right, we've got Steel City Riding Club. Steel City Riding Club royalty queen Abby McClem. First attendant Mia Thompson. We've got Sand and Sage Roundup royalty, do we?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Queen Jalen Parker, Lady in Waiting Aspen Hawkins, Princess Haley Pearson, Little Miss Harper Hawkins, and coming up right behind this group is Rye, Colorado.
Oh, it's their Colorado City Saddle Club.
Yes.
The purpose of the Rye Colorado City Saddle Club to promote horsemanship, equine activities for its members, and provide community interest in equine activities. Their princess is Audrey Christensen.
Once again, love the horses.
Yes.
And the visual of the sort of the historic buildings in some of the areas with the horses, it really is a pretty special event.
Yeah, it really is. Again, I'm always impressed with how well the riders control their
No,
horses
absolutely.
in these situations. Really, even when you have a frisky horse, they seem to do a really great job of managing. Oh, here's our Kiwanis Club. Hey, there's Cora, the Kiwanian I just mentioned.
Oh,
She's
okay.
out there scooping poop.
Yeah, clean it
Thank
up a little
you,
bit.
Kiwanians. Appreciate you.
Well, so between the cash prizes and the duty there, that is
Yeah.
they're really
They've really outdone themselves.
Yes, they have.
Pooping around in Colorado.
No poopy adventures with Kiwanis.
I have to agree.
They only do fun stuff.
And they do a great job of promoting Pueblo.
Absolutely.
Provide so many wonderful services.
Especially that pooper scooper right in front of
Yeah.
our little table right here.
All right, and these are my people. So the Pueblo Community College students, staff, faculty, and families representing PCC. And this was a second place winner in the community float competition. Man, I appreciate these students being out here. I see our student body president right there on our right. Adrian holding the banner. Go Panthers.
Go Panthers. Dr. Hazelbaker, this has got to be a great moment for you.
This is a great moment for me. Gotten to meet some of those students, and they are really special people who are going to do great things in our community. Got Jimmy Romero on our side on the screen right now. Career Services, getting people connected with jobs in the community.
Hey, there's the Panther.
Oh, and there's a little bucket hat there.
Oh, right.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Awesome.
Thanks. Well, when you're the president, they treat you nicer.
I
than you
guess
deserve.
So
so.
excited
Yeah.
that we're
Oh, my
sitting.
gosh.
Thank you. We're with the right people. We
Yeah,
got
I
Tootsie
guess.
Pop suckers. We got gum. We got hats. Love PCC.
PCC.
Oh, yeah.
Just really,
Oh, Otto,
it's been
things are-
so much fun.
Yes, I bet. All right, coming up, Central High School Midnight Regiment. The Midnight Regiment performing Ballistic Brass by Larry Barton. The regiment is under the direction of Mr. Austin Pratt, with incredible assistance from color guard coaches Chloe Devereaux and Ashley McGinnis.
Look at this. This is excellent. Just really enjoying this.
Sound great.
We've got T-Mobile here. They've got high-speed T-Mobile fiber internet that's coming through Pueblo. It starts at $55 a month, and really excited to see that we have some other options in our community.
Okay, great to have
Yeah.
T-Mobile here.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see KDZA in
right.
the phone, T-Mobile, but KDZA on the campus of Pueblo Community College, and we really appreciate having them there.
Okay.
Here's the Sangre de Cristo Arts Center School of Dance. The dance companies with Sangre de Cristo Arts Center produce the annual Nutcracker Ballet and 3 or more additional performances. So glad to have them here.
What an asset to our community, Sangre de Cristo Arts Center is, including
it's
the
just
School
fantastic.
of Dance. I mean, really.
Absolutely.
The Children's Museum, the art museums, it's just, even just the facilities that,
The Marine Corps League 1376. This is the United States Marine Corps Veteran League. Their motto, Semper Fi, always faithful. Great. Again, perfect place for Home of the Heroes.
Okay, we've got Pueblo East Marching Band coming up here. Pueblo Pride of the East Side. So that's our East Side representation in gold and black.
Again, I want to thank our band parents, our athlete parents, all of our youth that are out here, the parents that get them here, do all of that.
So it looks like we've got the National American Miss Colorado Queens. The National American Miss Colorado Queens 2024, Princess Georgia Kate Skamehorn, Junior Preteen Lila Hunt, Preteen Lexi Perkins, Junior Teen Allison Christensen, Teen Kayla Sabata, and Miss Bobby Schneider Harris.
Glad to have Miss Colorado Queens out here.
All right. We've got oral surgery specialists of Pueblo here. Representing, love the flowers on
Love
top of
the
the
flowers.
float. Aren't those cool? Tissue paper flowers. I've made those, I've got to tell you.
You
and
have?
they're no joke. It's some work.
It
There's
is some
work
work.
involved. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, I'm going to let you know that this is a Miss Pueblo County pageant. The Miss Pueblo County Scholarship Pageant is celebrating their 25th year of pageantry. The pageant is an organization that has a mission to empower women and young ladies to dream, hope, believe, and inspire. The program offers the youth and young ladies the opportunity to become ambassadors, role models, and perform community service. Number 1, Haley Urace, Miss Pueblo. Number 2 is Janae McLemore, Mrs. Colorado. Number 3 is Marissa Bolado, Ms. Colorado. Number 4, Chloe Flowers, Junior Miss Colorado. Number 5 is Brandy Halverson, Mrs. Southern Colorado. And Ariano Suto, Mrs. Southeastern Colorado. Number 6 is Evelise Marquez, Miss Teen Pueblo. And Jamazon McDonald, Miss Junior Teen Pueblo.
Look at these beautiful cars in addition to the great scholarship work
Oh,
these
yes.
young ladies are doing for our community. 25 years.
I gotta tell you, Brandy Halverson, who's on the White Cadillac here, has the most. She's a PCC grad.
Oh, she's got a beautiful
has
voice.
the most incredible voice I have ever heard in my life. If you want to weep,
Really?
yes, during the national anthem, Brandy's your girl.
She sang the national anthem at our opening day a couple of days ago on campus, and it was the first time I'd had the opportunity to hear her. Fantastic.
Yes, I
Amazing
mean really,
talent.
where your chest just
Wow.
tightens. She's
Sorry,
really,
I
she's
missed
very
that.
no,
Yeah.
she's very talented, very talented.
Well, here's the float with several of their participants. Cece Wood, longtime director of the Miss Pueblo pageant. Appreciate all of them.
Great job. They're getting those queen waves down early
Yeah,
on.
Absolutely.
Early on, they'll be ready for this. Okay, this is Pueblo County's marching band, the Hornet Marching Band. Green and gold out here now.
To march in step and play the drum is beyond my skill
I know.
set.
And to be so hot. You know
Yes.
these kids have got to be
Oh, yeah.
just dying
Oh,
in the
yeah.
hats and the black and the long sleeves and
The Pueblo Bulls Youth Hockey Association. They develop youth hockey players of all ages, especially 4 to 16. If you're interested, contact them today for the upcoming 2024-25 season.
looks like they're the second place winner of that Kiwani,
the Civic
Kiwanian
Community.
prize.
Kiwanian, wonderful.
So that's pretty cool.
And they're you can see them dance along with the band there, so a little good synergy between the groups there.
Absolutely.
Yes. So much fun to go to these games. I've only been to a couple, but wow, so much fun to have this energy and excitement in Pueblo. These are some great young men, I think.
Yeah, that's some excited bulls.
Okay, we've got Chavez Huerta K-12 Preparatory Academy. CHAP is a free public charter school that serves all of Pueblo and surrounding areas and prepares our children to become scholars and leaders of great character and productive citizens of the world.
You know, there's so many prominent leaders in town that are graduates of Dolores Huerta.
Yes.
I just was so impressed with what they do.
Yes.
I have a proud history with DHPH. I was their very first principal.
Oh, are you
way
kidding?
to go.
And my daughter's a graduate from Cesar Chavez Academy. I was there for its opening. I love these schools. So I'm a proud Aguila and Scorpion supporter. Love my Chavez Huerta folks.
Stephen Trujillo is giving me a great welcome to town, has done a lot of great work in town. I know as an alum, still sits on their board. They do good work.
Great.
Got some beautiful facilities over on the west side of
Yes,
Pueblo.
They do. Here is Grassroots Gravel. Grassroots Gravel is a bike race for everyone. The race is Pueblo owned and starts downtown. You traverse gravel roads throughout the county on courses from 15 to 110 miles. Oof. Check them out at grassrootsgravel.com. Gosh, didn't even know.
And the Canyon City Tiger Marching Band from Canyon City, the Tiger Marching Band participated in the CBA events throughout the state. You know, I was out there a couple Fridays ago as they did the groundbreaking for their new addition to the high school. Man, that is going to be a nice facility out there in Canyon City.
And our Fremont campus is just a beautiful spot.
It is a beautiful spot.
Got a great crew out there.
And I was so impressed when I was out there. They did a pep assembly when I was out there for that groundbreaking. And the students out there are really great.
If you're just joining our broadcast, I'm Michael Engel with the Center for New Media at Pueblo Community College. I'm joined by Laura Kelly, who is our parade sponsor from
Pueblo Community Health Center.
Pueblo Community Health Center, and Dr. Chatto,
That's good.
Hazel Baker, president of Pueblo Community College.
Here's our American Legion Post 2, American Legion O.V. Vernon, Post 2, Pueblo, Colorado. Our post provides support for our veterans, VA homes, and hospitals, keeping alive the memory of our POWs and MIAs. We appreciate American Legion
Look at that classic
for
Jeep.
being here and supporting our veterans.
Absolutely.
And coming up, it looks like we've got the Thomas Jefferson High School Marching Band. The Thomas Jefferson High School Marching Band, with drum major Hannah Mitchell, is under the direction of Robin Morrissey. Located in southeast Denver, Thomas Jefferson High School is an urban high school offering a liberal arts curriculum, and great to have them down.
And they had to hustle up
Yes,
this
they
morning,
did.
don't you think? Okay, we've got Adam Frisch for Congress coming up behind the Thomas Jefferson High School Marching Band.
It's fall. It's election
Tis
season.
the season.
Tis the season.
Tis the season.
Vote Adam Frisch.
Now, I
the
imagine.
trailer says.
Yeah, I imagine that he was here also for the legislative barbecue last night.
Great turnout.
Shaking hands and kissing babies. So glad to have him in Pueblo.
And here's the vote here's the float
Yes.
I'm gonna vote for every time. Walters Brewing. Walters continues to be a part of Pueblo's history and tradition for the past 134 years. As Pueblo's historic brewery, they invite you to their tap room October 6th and 7th as they celebrate Walters' third annual Oktoberfest. Join them and the Walter family to kick off the festivities.
Such a historic part of Pueblo.
And
So glad they brought
Give
it
a
back.
ton back to the community. Really do a great job with engaging.
Absolutely. This is InnovAge. For over 30 years, InnovAge PACE has been helping local seniors stay independent and provide the care they need to keep living in their own homes. To learn more about this federal and state-funded program, call 719-323-0237. Thank you, InnovAge, for being here.
Well, you see these trucks everywhere in our
Yes,
community.
yes. And boy,
Yeah.
if it helps. Oh,
Aaron Herger Tafoya, tell us what's happening out there.
Well, when you're at the Colorado State Fair Parade, you never know who you're going to run into. And I just ran into Ron from our automotive department, one of our great faculty.
Oh,
Say hello, Ron.
absolutely.
Hello, everybody.
And who did you bring here with?
We're here with my whole family like every year. We enjoy coming to all the parades in Pueblo and supporting the community.
You come to this very spot every year?
For the State Fair Parade, when we do the Parade of Lights, we're always right across from the library up on Union.
I'm like, I never see Ronald around. It's like, we're going to make this a tradition. Every year, you're going to be right here with me doing this.
We're ready. Yeah.
So tell us what's going on with your program.
Well, we just wrapped up the first week of the semester and everything, we couldn't ask for anything more. Everything went good. Classes are full, students are doing a wonderful job, and we're looking forward to the rest of the semester with them.
You know, you guys rock. We appreciate you. We're so proud of you.
We love PCC. Thank you.
You rock. Thanks, Ron.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Back to you guys.
Oh, please tell Ron I said hello. Love to have him here, and what a great program. It's one of our outstanding programs.
Yeah,
here.
but the big thing about that program, it is the leader in the state with electric vehicle maintenance.
so you did the same thing.
Yeah,
all
yeah,
the
I
time.
did.
Okay, this is Pueblo East High School. We missed announcing them when their sign came by, but the Eagle Empire and the East High School cheerleaders are coached by Ms. Alora Saldana Vigil, and the Aquilas are coached by Ms. Jessica Montoya. Always fun to see our Eagles out here.
Absolutely. Pride of the East Side.
That is
Right
a
of the
hot
East Side.
eagle right now,
Oh,
I got to imagine.
Can you imagine? There have got to be better jobs than being the Eagle. All right, we've got some football players representing. They look kind of big, guys.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
This
don't
is
know.
going to be an interesting
I don't know.
Oh, and they are making some noise as well.
Right.
The East Eagles.
Great color, great energy. really nice job. From
Great
East.
participation. Love seeing these high schools so well represented. Really, every single one has been well
For
represented.
sure. The Pueblo Families of Homicide Victims. It's a community group created to provide emotional support to the families of those who are taken by violence. This group is committed to victim advocacy and educating youth on the value of life. Yeah, the Pueblo Families of Homicide Victims.
All right, we've got Pueblo West High School Cyclone Marching Band coming up, and the Pueblo West High School Cyclone Marching Band is from Pueblo West, Colorado, if you didn't know. This season, the band will perform throughout the state in Pueblo, Fountain, Colorado Springs, and Denver. The Cyclone Band is proud to represent the Pueblo West community. So, welcome to the Pueblo West Marching Band.
All right, the Pueblo County Democratic Party. Pueblo Democrats celebrate their love for Pueblo and Colorado by marching with local elected officials, Democratic candidates, and volunteers who believe in democracy.
Good to see the Democrats out here being represented.
Again, it's good to see democracy in action.
Danae Escar, Miles Lucero, several candidates having signs carried for them.
And Miles has even got the big fat head kind of like signs. Those are, you got to make it in the world to get one of those.
You gotta make it in the world to have a fat head. That's pretty cool. Maybe we can get some of those.
Oh,
Miles is a little more handsome than I am. I think I'll let him keep that.
You're gonna let him keep the fat head representation.
I will.
well, the Democratic Party has quite a crowd out here.
Yeah, they do. Kyle Aber, District Attorney.
It's a warm day here in Pueblo, but it's not baking yet.
Nope.
I think we're on our way.
Are you guys heading out to the fair afterwards?
Not today, but
Tomorrow, yep. Tomorrow afternoon for sure. Was there last night. A lot of fun.
Okay.
Pueblo South High School. South High School, home to the Colt Nation, is coming up. Pride of Pueblo, and here's their JROTC. Followed up by cheer and student group. So now we get to see what the South High School's Colts are going to bring to the parade today.
They bring a lot of energy, I'm sure.
They're bringing a lot of energy.
And South is really, they're gonna run for all the money in terms of we should have been testing like decibels.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look at this trailer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, they're having a great time. It's so
They
fun
really
to
are.
see that. It's a fun way to kick off the school year
Oh,
when you get
yeah.
to come out and ride a float in a parade and
Lot of
really
energy,
show your
yeah.
pride,
Hey, and what is the story with that cannon here? Is the new guy in town?
Man, that's the bell game between East and South. And if you've ever been to one of these games, I hope you get to go this year. But every time they fire that cannon, I think I've been shot. I'm not kidding you. I leap out of my seat because you just aren't expecting it, and then it's boom.
Aaron, you have a very special guest on the street.
All right.
We have a brand new president at Pueblo Community College, and his name is Dr. Chado Hazelbaker. We also have a Mrs. Chado Hazelbaker, but she actually has a name. What's your name, Mrs. Shadow Hazelbaker?
Hi, I'm Sherry Hazelbaker. We're so happy to be part of Pueblo.
She was not enthused about having me interview her during this gap, but I'm so happy that you're here, and we're so excited about you. The college loves you, and you're such a major addition. So now not only got a great president, we got a great Sherry Hazelbaker.
Thank you so much. We're so happy to be here, and go Colorado!
Oh,
All right, back to the parade.
Erin, that's our new First Lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got Greeley Central Marching Wildcats. Please welcome the Greeley Central Marching Wildcats under the direction of Doug Farr with assistant Amanda Davis. Thanks for coming to Pueblo. And welcome to your wife.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Really
What a
appreciate
good
the welcome
sport.
we got. Yeah.
What a good sport to get up and do
Absolutely.
an Aaron on the Street interview.
UC Health Parkview Medical Center, first place for commercial.
Oh, this float's really kind of cool, isn't it?
Welcome to colorful Colorado.
Looks like first place in the commercial division for UC
Yeah,
Health.
look at that butterfly. Such talented people.
Very
there
talented.
Oh, that's really cute. They did a great job.
Boy, they took that theme, colorful
did.
Colorado.
Love it.
This must be a lot of the fine folks from there.
Yep, we've got some employees walking the streets here, representing.
Boy, I keep seeing these great strollers.
Yeah.
Where were these
Yeah.
nice things when I had
All
a
right,
little
we've
one?
got Risley Middle School here coming up. We are the cheerleaders under the direction of Shanna and Marissa Montoya. Young, dedicated, and spirited is how this group is described. So welcome, Risley.
I think this is in memory of Renee Dominguez. Love shouldn't hurt in domestic violence. In loving memory of Renee Dominguez. So her float says her history or her story isn't over yet. It's always tragic when we lose someone in our community,
Absolutely.
especially for something like domestic violence. Aaron Hergert Tafoya, what do you have going on?
Well, I saw these beautiful ladies early on in the parade, and I told them I'm going to round them up, and they're going to help me fill some gaps around here. Are you guys enjoying the parade?
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Hi. Do you like the parade? Yeah.
Yeah? What's been your favorite part of the parade?
The police cars? The police cars.
They're my favorite part, too. That's awesome. Are you guys typically come to the parade?
I haven't been for several years, but yeah. Try to make it every year.
Yeah. And so, are you bearing the heat okay?
Yeah, we're hanging in there. Yeah, we splashed him a little and he got us back. Yeah, have a rough time.
He's having a rough I know. Heat's not that fun, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I sure appreciate you guys, and thanks for coming out to the parade. Catch us on Facebook. It's broadcasting live, so at Public Community College. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Have a good day. Good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Aaron.
Back to you guys.
Sand Creek High School. What's the name of this band?
They're the Scorpion Marching Band. And the Sand Creek Marching Band will be performing at a Gloria Estefan composed song called Let's Get Loud. I don't know if they're performing it for us or not.
That's great.
All
Let's give them a
right.
listen. I want to give a shout out to Erin Hergert Tafoya, who is our lady on the street, but she's also our marketing guru. and communications director at Pueblo Community College. She's juggling so many things at one time.
Does a great job, no question about it. And now we've got the Mosaic Youth Group. Mosaic Youth Group is part of Amazing Grace Fellowship in Pueblo West. Grades 6 through 12 meet every Thursday from 6:30 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. with monthly fun outings. All teens are welcome for some creativity, diversity, and spirituality.
Great. Another great youth group.
We got Pueblo West High School now coming up. Their cheer, dance, and student sections.
Oh, I love their banner. It says the storm is coming.
Storm is coming.
Look out.
And boy, do they ever.
They are strong.
Very strong school. Welcome, Pueblo West.
P-Dub.
Cyclones. P-Dub.
Represented.
Got a lot of fans on the sidelines here for P-Dub.
And here we'll come. We'll see how this group shakes their trailer.
Yeah.
So it seems like that is we're testing the trailers today with all the high schools.
Pueblo West really represented today.
And the dance team coming up from Pueblo West, lots of student involvement.
Now they have on the right kind of outfit for the parade. You got some, they look like they're comfortable.
Yes.
Not too hot.
And a light color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. They were thinking about that when they were coming up with their parade attire. Again, so impressed with how poised these gals are.
Looks like Wiggles and Wonders Play School. Wiggles and Wonders Play School is a child care facility accepting children 6 weeks to 14 years with 2 locations in Pueblo, Colorado, and such an important service to the community. I know for so many of our students and faculty and staff, daycare is such an important issue.
Wiggles and Wonders. I love the name.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that makes a difference sometimes as to whether or not you can go back to work as a parent. That's the hardest thing, is that child care issue. Quality child care.
Absolutely.
Right.
Hard to find. Hopefully Wiggles is making a dent in that. In our
We can hope.
community. Yeah.
Hey, I was going to ask Lee, our producer, if he knew when the Bell game was coming up. If we could find out a date for us so we can announce it.
Oh boy.
Promote that a little bit.
Yeah, we've got Denver South Raven Drumline. The Denver South Raven line represents Denver South High School in parades, events, and performances throughout Colorado and beyond. The Raven has performed at Red Rocks, Mile High Stadium, for the governor of Colorado, and has played in parades as far away as Cheyenne and New Orleans. Wow.
Didn't know about that.
They've done some parades, I'll tell you.
Now, this is a group I've never seen before.
The Southern Colorado Rocketeers. Southern Colorado Rocketeers is Pueblo's own mid and high power Rocketeer club. The club meets on the first and third Saturdays of every month. Spectators are welcome and always free. Check them out on Facebook and their website, scronline.net. So that's going to be a hard one, but it's scronline.net.
We've got Pueblo School District 60 coming up here, wearing their school colors proudly. Students from D60 always look forward to kicking off the start of the school year with the State Fair Parade. Boy, we've seen that today.
For sure.
This year District 60 is celebrating raising their base salary for first-year teachers to nearly $50,000 a year, and that is critical for attracting those young teachers to the field.
Absolutely.
So,
And it looks like we
District
just
60.
went quickly by brand new superintendent of D60, Barb Kimsey.
Okay.
Welcome her to the community as well.
All right.
Glad you saw her there.
There's a lot to look at here. You're going to miss things.
And they got all the schools out. So this is a lot of color because, boy, they do have many different schools represented with T-shirts and all ages. A lot of fun.
Hey, we're all one community, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you can wear your school colors, but we're all one community, and it's nice to see that blended together out here with this entry. So thank you, District 60.
Voices Against Gun Violence, asking for you to say yes to life, no to guns and the violence it bestows upon our youth and loved ones.
Right behind this group, we have Smoky Hills High School Band. The Smoky Hills High School Hill Regiment Marching Band was founded in 1974 with the opening of Smoky Hill High School in Aurora, Colorado. Since their inaugural year, the band has enjoyed many successful and noteworthy performances within their community, nationally, internationally. Has students from 13 to 17 years old and is part of a strong performing arts curriculum at Smoky Hill High School. Welcome, Smoky Hills High School.
And all the way from Aurora, I want to shout out my friend President Mordecai Brownlee, who does a great job at Aurora Community College up there.
Good deal.
They've been under the direction of Mr. Zach Ruffert since 2006. Just thought I'd throw that in there.
Here is the Graceful Steps Dance Studio. It's located in Marketplace Center in Pueblo West. They offer classes in dance, acro, competitive prep, tumbling, pro acro, plus gymnastics, youth yoga, handstand specialist. I didn't know that was a specialty. Performance theater, 6-week workshops, Me and My Shadow, not Chet.
Nice.
Classes,
nice.
Private lessons, be all you can be. Join us today. Aaron Herger, what do you got going?
Well, these guys have been here since way, way early. Do you guys want to talk on camera?
Yeah.
Are you having fun? Say it really loud.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part of the parade?
The cheerleaders.
That's awesome. And yours?
My mom's dance team.
Her dance team? That's awesome. You got one too?
The cars.
The cars?
The Cybertruck.
Cybertruck. Wasn't that cool? That was pretty cool.
I say the princesses.
Princesses.
You want to be a princess someday? I think you already are a princess, and I love your badge. The sheriff gave that to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could be a princess and a sheriff. How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right,
like
back
that.
to you guys.
Oh, Aaron, I just love that little princess you had there.
So cute. So
Representing
cute.
the best of Pueblo. That's what I would say.
So cute.
Thanks, Aaron.
Okay, it looks like we've got Sharmar Village Senior Care Community coming up with a...
They got out, put some color on the bus today.
Yeah, they sure did. It looks pretty great. Looks great. Got a couple of vehicles representing. I bet they've got maybe some of their
Citizens in
residents.
there? Yeah.
Yeah, taking a little ride through the parade. I hope so.
Oh, my
All
gosh,
right,
they
throwing
got
candy.
the candy.
Yeah, there
Yep.
you go. That's the hit.
That's the hit.
That's the hit. Sharmar has rehabilitation, assisted living, and memory care services available at their facility.
There's Jeff Hurt for Congress.
Okay.
Pueblo County Republicans celebrate freedom. Founded as the Anti-Slavery Party, Republicans sent the first black man to Congress in 1870, the first woman in 1917. Pueblo County Republicans support workers by fighting for jobs and energy independence. We will fix the broken economy and make our community safe again. So Jeff Hurd out here, part of the democratic process.
Got Thunder Ridge High School Marching Band coming up behind Jeff Hurd. The Thunder Ridge High School Marching Band Grizzlies. Where's Thunder Ridge?
I don't know. That's a great question.
What a great sign, though. Their Grizzly icon is iconic.
It is.
Iconic.
Well, I was kind of hoping we'd get a little tune from them, but...
I know. Well, maybe.
Oh,
Here we go.
Yeah. Thunder Ridge is in Aurora, Colorado.
In Aurora, thank you
Yeah.
for that information. Thanks for coming down from Aurora, Thunder Ridge.
Yeah.
Appreciate you being here
Thanks
today.
to Lee, who's been telling me great things in my ear.
Absolutely. Love you, Lee. Hey, this is our second place commercial entry, and it is Frontier Home Health. They provide nursing, physical therapy, occupational therapy, and CNA services in the comfort of your home. Can't get better than that.
You can't.
And many health insurances are accepted to pay for costs. So check out your friends at Frontier Home Health if you need their services.
Aaron Hergert has another wonderful Pueblo one out there. Aaron, what's happening?
I not only just have one,
Oh,
I have
two.
two. What's your name?
Layla.
And what's your name?
Jace.
I think these guys are East High School fans. Do you know why? Do you want to show them? Look at her cute face. Look. So tell me, why do you have East High School on your cheek?
My sister had a game last night.
Your sister, and is she at East High School?
Yeah.
Is she in today's parade?
Yeah.
What is she doing in today's parade?
She's a cheerleader.
Did you already see her?
Yeah.
Did you wave at her?
Yeah.
Did she see you?
No.
No. How about you? Are you? What do you like about the parade? What's been the best part? Is your sister, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. You can say something else other than your sister. What else do you like about the parade?
I like all the drums and stuff.
The drum corps. They're pretty awesome. Yeah. So do you plan on going to East as well?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I sure appreciate you guys. Are you going to go to the state fair?
Maybe.
You think? You want to go to the state fair?
Yeah.
Okay, Mom. They want to go to the state fair. In the meantime,
Hey, Aaron asked that young man if he's going to play in the Cannon game someday.
are you going to play in the Cannon game?
I don't know.
Yes, it's too.
Absolutely, he is. Can't you tell? He's ready. So you guys rock. Awesome.
Perfect.
We'll right back to you guys. Thank you.
All
Thanks, Aaron.
right. We've got Pueblo Centennial High School coming up. They've been a tradition of excellence since 1876 and are home of the Mighty Bulldogs. Tradition and excellence since 1876. Red and white legacy lives on.
Yeah,
and
you're a
now in
Bulldog.
yeah, I am. And now in a new building. They've got another new school.
Have you
So
been over to see it?
I have.
I'd like to go
A little
over there.
heartbreaking to watch the old one come
Oh,
down.
I'm
that
sure.
I
Oh,
attended,
sure.
so, yeah. Here's the Centennial High School dance team. And there's students behind that.
Here's Dr. Hazel Baker. This is another one of those trailers we're going to test out. As you
Yeah,
said.
they're already jumping up and down there a little.
Great student representation and enthusiasm. Love to see it.
Oh, I love they have the bone.
Love it. The doghouse. And their cheer team bringing up the rear.
Here's the Pueblo Academy of Arts and Cheer, their cheerleading team and their football team, home of the Phoenix.
Pueblo Academy of Arts, formerly known as Pitts Middle School, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So many great high school choices in Pueblo and the surrounding area.
It's very true.
And I think the key word there here is choice. I think that's something that really sets Pueblo apart in many ways.
Okay, we've got Kicks Country 107.5 is Pueblo's country station. Dave Moore and friends in the morning and country's best hits all day.
Gosh,
So,
Dave Moore's been in this game for so long. He's done this parade before. So glad to have Dave Moore. Matter of fact, you can see him there on the float.
They supplied our fans today.
Oh, that's right.
That's absolutely appreciated. We're using these fans like crazy. Whoops.
Oh, it's good to see
Oh, and some bulls on the float as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
By the way, they let me know that the Cannon game is coming up on September 13th, and the
Ooh.
Bell game is September 27th.
Coming up.
And the
especially
Center
that
for New
Cannon
Media, in conjunction with District 60, will be producing that. And I think Lee will let me know if we're going to live stream it or it'll be on Community Access.
And next, it looks like we've got the Grandview High School Wolf Pride Band. The Wolf Pride Band is led by drum major Aiden Leonard and is performing Everybody and Pompeii. As they get a little further down the street here, we should be able to hear that. Grandview is in southeast Aurora and is a proud Cherry Creek school of 2,500 students. Again, another one of those, we appreciate them getting up early this morning and getting down here.
2,500 students. That's a big school.
That's a big school. You know, guys, it's getting closer to lunch,
Yeah.
and breakfast was hours ago. And so now I see Steel City Deli, and I'm hungry.
Are
Yeah.
you gonna order
I
something?
think, well, I don't know about us, but
Oh, I see. I see how we're going with it.
612
So it's
North
time,
Main Street.
It's
Yeah.
it's time for lunch, but maybe just for you.
Well, I'm here with my boss because, you know, I still teach part-time at PCC.
Oh,
and I'm thinking my
nice.
boss
Okay.
ought to be buying lunch.
Yeah, see, I thought that was probably coming.
Care and Share Food Bank of Southern Colorado, their mobile food pantry. The nonprofit believes no one in Pueblo or its service area should go hungry. Last fiscal year, through partners, 6 million pounds of food. 6 million. Toucan Tuesday is on August 27th. Bring 2 cans, get a free ticket to the state fair.
That's a good deal.
That is.
That's a really good deal.
Erin Hergert Tafoya, our lady on the street. Erin,
Well, you know, we have PCC people all over the place, but we also have our partners in higher education, and that's, of course, the Thunderwolves. Are you a fan of the Thunderwolves?
I am. My little brother actually just started college there like this week.
Awesome. And what's he majoring in?
Business.
In business. Did you go into higher ed?
I did. I'm a teacher down in La Junta.
In La Junta. You came for the state fair parade today?
Yes. Bring my niece.
Got to bring your niece?
Yes.
Is this something you typically do every year?
Try to. Depends on work days and things like that.
Yeah. Are you guys headed out to the state fair afterward?
Yes,
Make a whole day of it?
we are.
That's awesome. Are you having fun at the parade? Did you get that sucker from somebody in the parade? Do you have any big words to say to us?
No.
no.
That's a big word. Well, you guys keeping cool out here?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. No, you're not keeping cool. I think it's pretty hot too. Hence the fan, right? Hence the fan. So thanks CSU Pueblo for that.
What did you go get to cool you down?
Ice cream.
You got ice cream? I bet there's some ice cream out at the state fair as well. So what a big day. You guys stay cool, and thanks for talking to us here on our broadcast to the Colorado State Fair Parade. And I'm going to pitch it back to you guys.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, I think we goofed up.
Yeah,
this
we
is
jumped the
Care
gun.
and Share Food Bank. Look at that truck with all the neat stuff on it.
Again, Toucan Tuesday, August
Toucan
27th.
Tuesday.
You bring 2 cans, you get a free entry to the Colorado State Fair.
It's a great deal for a great cause and helping to feed our community, and no one should ever go hungry.
Absolutely.
No reason for it. So thank you, Care and Share.
Hey, Lee, I'm going to ask Lee, our producer, if we could go back to Erin for just a moment. And if she's available, I wanted to get her thoughts on some of the things that are happening here. I guess she's not quite ready yet, but we're going to go back to her when we can. and lots of great things. So we were talking about we're going to go to the state fair. You're going to go?
Yeah, I'll be down there
yeah.
on Sunday again, be there Monday night for Cowboys Kicking Cancer, an event for St. Mary Corwin. And really, there's just every day something kind of fun to do out there.
Okay, that's great. Aaron, hey, I just wanted to see how you're doing out there. We are enjoying the shade here, our broadcast team, but you're our fourth member, and you are baking out there.
Well, I'm glad you're thinking about me, Michael, because you guys got the cozy job over there. You can just talk to each other. No, it's great. I love being out here, even though it's a little warm. It's great meeting the people, seeing the smiles on their faces. I mean, we are so lucky that Pueblo hosts the Colorado State Fair. And
Absolutely.
the fact that we have the Colorado State Fair Parade in our community, really, it's great to have people all over the region coming here and seeing what we have to offer, and it's a great time for us to tell our story. That's our theme here at PCC this year, is our story. So not only we get to tell our story at Pueblo Community College, we get to tell the whole story of our community. So I'm very privileged.
Thank you, and
All
we're
right.
glad to have you with our team.
Yeah, thank you guys. Back to you.
Fountain Fort Carson Trojan Marching Band. Welcome to Pueblo. The Trojan Marching Band was the host band in 2023. Drum majors are Cora Malzanek, Kano Nardo, and Chris Dahlnicker.
Well, let's give them a listen.
Yes. Always love it when they play.
Oh, it's just,
I mean, I like the drums are fun, but it's fun to hear them play. So appreciate them doing that for us today.
absolutely, and lots of hard work.
Absolutely. Just the coordination, I'm telling you. I don't know how
yeah.
they march
Goal
and play.
Academy. Goal High School offers flexible online courses statewide. Our promise is to help students succeed.
Yeah, Dr. Jones does a terrific job with that program, and they really get to a lot of kids through that Goal High School.
And not just in Pueblo,
Oh,
but the
no.
entire state of Colorado.
All over. All over.
Serving over 6,000 families. Did you know? Cole High School's graduated over 10,000 graduates.
They got a nice group of students out. Some of their programs promoting, like esports. And it looks like coming up next is Paula for Pueblo County Commissioner. Paula is running for Pueblo County Commissioner, a Pueblo native. She has a heart for all things Pueblo. She hopes to earn every vote in November 2024.
Paula's a great person.
She really
great
is.
person.
Former
There she is.
co-worker
Yeah,
at
right at the
Pueblo Community
yep.
College.
She has a heart for Pueblo, and you love to see people willing to serve the community when they really love and care about the community they live in so much. So thank you, Paula.
Heritage High School Marching Band, the Heritage High School Scarlet Regiment Marching Band. They have cemented themselves as a continued state semifinalist in recent years under the direction of Evan Allenson with assistance from Cole Jackson, Justin Maxwell, Logan Cohen, Margot Panetta, Bria Taylor, Keenan Glimpse, Carrie Vaughn, Gwen Millett, and Andrew Stein.
Phew!
Yeah.
Phew!
Whoa!
There's a lot of assistance there. Great uniforms. Just really
The
striking.
Scarlet
Yes.
Regiment.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Israel United in Christ.
This is a group from Centennial, Colorado, it looks like. Came down to march in our parade today.
Israel United in Christ. Glad to have them with us today. Miss Southern Style Scholarship Pageant.
Well, they've got several cars of queens,
No doubt.
princesses.
And practicing the wave
The
very
wave.
well
This-
there.
It's a practiced.
You know what? When we do our
Gesture,
final
for
shot
sure.
here, I'm going to expect you to do that.
I'm going to
the
try,
right
but
wave.
look, you kind of, there's
a swirl?
really a certain, it's a swirl, it's kind of a, look, this
Oh,
little
my
gal on the
gosh.
red card, look, she's got it, she's
Oh,
got
there
it.
she is, yeah.
She's going to be Miss America, she's got it.
I like that. And again,
Oh, I don't know. This one does a
Chado,
really nice
I'm
job,
with
too.
you. These cars are spectacular in addition to these beautiful young ladies.
Ooh, she's definitely got the wave,
Oh,
too.
definitely got the wave, the
Definitely.
smile.
All right, we've got the Bustang Outrider, your rural Colorado connection, with bus service from Lamar to Colorado Springs. That's quite a service, and I'm
That's
sure
a great option.
utilized
I
by a lot of
actually have
people.
utilized them.
Uh-huh.
Free Wi-Fi on there. You can
Nice.
get a lot of work done. It's reasonably priced, so
You can sleep.
well, I guess you
You could if you wanted. You don't have to pay attention and drive. I get so stressed out when I drive sometimes. It's nice not to have to.
The Front Range Antique Power Association. Now, a lot of times they have these tractors and such on display at the state fairs. So if they are there this year, go by and check them out. And these ladies and gentlemen, part of this group, they love to tell you about their equipment.
Yeah.
And they've got some time in on some of those. I mean, really impressive work.
Fun to see those.
Well, I'll tell you, this is my alma mater.
Nice.
I'm a proud La Junta High School graduate, early 80s. And it's good to see my Tigers out here representing.
Orange and black.
Orange and black. Home of the Mighty Tigers.
Thanks for coming today, La Junta. We appreciate you being here. Small but mighty.
Small but mighty, that's right.
This looks like this is our last entry in the parade. Arches Peditaxi Services. Now that looks like a fun way to hitch a ride.
Yeah.
We appreciate him being here. And that looks like that's the end of the parade, folks.
Guys, I really can't thank you enough. This is just a highlight of the year for me in terms of being out in the community. And I got to visit with two great community leaders now.
Aw, shucks.
Laura Kelly, thank you, and the Pueblo Community Health Center for all of the fantastic work that you do. You impressed me with that number. 24,000 citizens served
over
in 2000.
24,000, yes.
That's incredible. It's not about your ability to pay. It's about what we can do making a healthier community.
That's absolutely
So,
true.
and we thank you for your support here.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Dr. Chado Hazelbaker, brand new to Pueblo, Colorado. You've had your first slopper. You've been to the legislative barbecue. You're going to the state fair. You're out in the community already. Welcome again.
He's a Puebloan.
Yeah, we're a Puebloan.
He's official now. He's had the slobber.
Yeah.
He's been to the fair.
There.
He hosted the parade.
Couldn't have been a nicer welcome to the community, and this is a fun one. And hey, let's do it again next year.
Yeah, let's do it.
I like
That'd be
the sound
fun.
of that.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And good luck and best wishes for a great fall and spring
Thanks.
semester. I know Arizona's loss is our gain, so we're glad to have you here. Also want to thank our Center for New Media broadcast team. Oh, gosh, I was going to forget my good friend Aaron Herger Tafoya, part of our broadcast team.
Don't forget
Come on in here, Aaron.
Don't
There we
forget
go.
Aaron.
Our lady on the street, our communications and marketing director. Thank you so much for the work you do at PCC. But I want to thank our Center for New Media crew, Lauren and Lee and Danny on audio. Those are the folks that make this happen.
Yes.
We just get to
Absolutely.
do the fun
Right.
stuff.
This is
Yep.
the fun stuff for sure.
Long after you and I are having our sandwich at Steel City Deli,
Yeah.
they'll be tearing down cameras
Yes,
and
they
everything. And so again, this has been the 2024 Colorado State Fair Parade, production of the Center for New Media, Pueblo Community College. Thanks again, folks, and we'll see you next year.